I've been using the Oppo A6X 5G for about a week now, and I'll be honest, on paper, it looks like a standard budget phone. But after actually living with it, there's one feature that makes it feel like it's from a different category entirely. If you're tired of your phone dying by 6 p.m., you're going to want to stick around for this one. Let's break down what it's actually like to use the A6X day to day. But before we dive in, if you're new here, hit that subscribe and click the notification bell. We keep things real so you know exactly where to put your money. Right out of the box, this phone looks surprisingly solid. I have the ice blue version, and it has this layered matte finish that catches the light without being a total fingerprint magnet. Both frame and back are made of plastic and it feels sturdy, though it's definitely a big phone. It's about 8.6 millimeters thin and weighs 212 grams, so you'll feel it in your pocket, but it doesn't feel cheap light. The screen is a 6.75-inch LCD. Now, before the spec nerds jump in, yes, it's only HD plus resolution, 720p. In 2026, I'd love to see full HD, but Oppo made a trade-off here that I actually appreciate. They gave us a 120Hz refresh rate. Everything from scrolling YouTube to swiping through menus feels incredibly fluid. Plus, it hits 1125 nits of peak brightness. So even in direct sunlight, you could read the messages without doing that awkward handshade thing. The bezels are there, but for its price, it's a fair compromise. The phone runs on the MediaTek Dimensity 6300, a dependable 5G chipset that handles everyday tasks without breaking a sweat. Paired with ColorOS 15, running on Android 15, everything feels responsive. Apps launch quickly, and multitasking flows smoothly without noticeable slowdowns. I've been using the 4GB RAM plus 8GB virtual and 128GB storage model, and Oppo's Trinity engine really helps maintain that fluidity throughout regular use. As for gaming, it'll handle casual titles just fine, but don't expect to max out settings on graphics-intensive games with high frame rates. This is clearly designed as an everyday workhorse rather than a gaming powerhouse, and it excels at what it's meant to do. Now let's get to the main attraction, that massive 6100 mAh battery. While most flagship phones max out at 5000 mAh, this one's built like a tank when it comes to endurance. As a heavy user who's constantly streaming YouTube, navigating with GPS, gaming, and jumping on video calls, I easily made it through a full day without reaching for the charger. Lighter users could realistically stretch this to 2 days, and there's something genuinely freeing about forgetting your battery percentage exists until day 2. When it's time to charge, the 45-watt support gets you going fairly quickly. While it's not the absolute fastest in this price range, going from 1% to 40% in roughly 30 minutes is actually impressive given the sheer size of this battery. If the battery is the high point, the camera is where things stay grounded. You get a 50-megapixel main sensor and 2 megapixels for monochrome photography on the back and a 5-megapixel selfie shooter. In broad daylight, the photos are fine. They're clear, the colors are natural, and they're perfectly good for social media. But don't expect much once the sun goes down. It struggles with noise in low light. It's a functional camera for capturing memories and scanning documents, but it's not going to win any photography awards. On the plus side, you get a 3.5mm headphone jack and an IP64 rating, so it'll survive a splash of rain or a dusty environment without dying on you. So, who is the Oppo A6X 5G for? If you're a student, a delivery partner, anyone looking for a secondary phone, and who spends all day away from a charger and needs a phone that just works, this is a fantastic choice. You're getting 5G, a super smooth 120Hz screen, and a battery that refuses to die. But if you're a mobile photographer or a hardcore gamer, you might want to look at the Oppo Reno series or something with a better camera sensor. At 699 dirhams here in Dubai, it's all about reliability. Sometimes you don't need the fanciest specs. You just need a phone that stays alive as long as you do. What do you think? Is a 6100 mAh battery enough to make you switch? Let me know in the comments. Give this video a thumbs up if it helped you out. Subscribe and click the notification bell for more exciting tech content. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out!